Hooty hoo, all my stock market gamblers. Welcome today. It's Monday, the Monday after Christmas, the last trading week of the year. We got the market surging higher. We're headed higher. The markets are actually surging. Dow's up about 200. Nasdaq's up about 200. Everything's going up. I had some short positions on. I got stopped out this morning right out of the gate. I had to take them off. The market just took up. Okay. So what do we got going? What's causing all this market to run up? Well, I believe it's actually debt. I believe that we are just creating this debt bubble that's just pushing the market higher. The money's got nowhere to go. Now, I don't think that 2022 is going to be much different. I think we're going to continue to print money and we're going to continue to increase our debt. Now, I was wrong on where I thought the debt would end up this year. I thought we'd break through 30 trillion. We did not break through 30 trillion. We're only at 29.5 trillion. Now the Fed balance sheet, I thought that would be up through 9 trillion. It's only at 8.5 trillion. That's going to bust up through 10 trillion in 2022, I assure you. Now the Fed says they're going to stop purchasing assets. I don't believe that for a minute. I think they're going to continue to purchase assets. I think they're going to continue to print money. I think that the federal debt will hit in 2022, let's call it somewhere between 34 and 35 trillion dollars. Now, that's not a problem, right? Nobody thinks that's a problem, is it? Now, the IMF came out and says that the worldwide debt is 226 trillion. 226 trillion worldwide. So the debt is just not contained to the United States. I mean, we have a lot of debt, but the whole world is swimming in debt. And now this could be a problem. It could be a problem. I think the stock market has gotten a little complacent here. It just keeps going up record highs, and they want to close it at a record high for the end of the year. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. But now, what's going to change in 2022? Are we going to get rid of the Fed? Are they going to stop printing money? Are we going to go back to a sound money system of gold and silver? I don't think any of that's going to happen. I think it's going to continue to be the same old song and dance. I think that we're going to push the markets up higher, and that's going to be the mode for 2022. We're going to definitely print more money. There's nobody that's going to stop printing money, right? We'll probably send out some more stimulus checks if the stock market starts to go down. Now, hey, I still have a lot of sell signals on this stock market. It's just that it keeps going up. Okay, the VIX is screaming at me. Sell this market. Sell, sell, sell. The VIX is screaming that the market wants to go down, but price is truth, and price keeps going up. Stock market keeps going up. We'll see what happens. I'm waiting for the S&P to get up to about 4,800, and I might take another shot to the downside. Now, what I want to talk a little bit about is the banking system. The banking system is starting to make me nervous. Now, why is it starting to make me nervous? Well, a lot of the branches are closing down around me. Now, I do business in a couple different banks. I manage my mom's money, so that's in one bank. Mine's in another bank. I got another bank, and two of those banks are merging together. All of them are closing branches around. Why are they closing all the branches if business is so good? Why are they merging together if business is so good? I don't know. Okay, so here's what I did last week. I had to go in and I had to, basically, it was just a easy transfer. It was transferring some of my mom's money from her checking account, from her savings account into her checking account at the same bank. And I'm not going to tell you which bank it is, but it is the one that's doing the silver manipulation. So I go into this new branch. Now, they don't know me because I'm used to the old branch that's closed. So the new branch doesn't know me, but I got all my credentials. I got the bank statements. I got my driver's license. I got my credit card. I got everything they need to make this little, it's just transferring $20,000 from her savings into her checking. Okay, easy transaction, right? So the lady's real nice to me. I sit down and she's telling me this is a piece of cake. I go, great, great. And she asks for my driver's license. Go, here's my driver's license. Here's my credit card. I know you need those because you don't know who I am, right? And she goes, that's correct. Okay, so now you can put the $20,000 from the savings account and put it into the checking account. She goes, well, no, for some reason the computer doesn't doesn't believe it's you. I go, what do you mean it doesn't believe it's me? Tell them it's me. Here I am. I'm sitting right in front of you. Well, for some reason, the computer won't take. Let me get the manager over here. So they go and get the manager over there. Okay, so now I got two of them working on the computer. They go, well, we need to verify that's you. Well, here's my driver's license. Here's my credit card. They go, well, do you have an email that you can access on your phone? I go, yeah, I got my phone. I can access email. They send me an email and I access. I go, yeah, it's me. And so, okay, but the computer still doesn't believe it's me. I go, well, the computer can call my mom and my mom can describe what I look like. I'm tall Mike. I'm the tall guy trying to transfer $20,000 from her savings to her checking account. But no, they need more verification. So they go, okay, we're going to send a text to your phone. You'll get a code. Give us the code and we should be good to go. They send a text. There it is. Okay, here's the code. They type in the code. Oh, to the computer doesn't know it's me still. And now they're perplexed. You got the manager, you got the bank teller, and well, they got to go bring the tech guy over. Now there's three of them working on it. Three of them trying to transfer $20,000 from one account to the other. Very simple. Well, finally the tech guy does some mumbo jumbo and it goes through. Well, that's great. All right, so I'm out of there. I'm out of that bank and I go on my merry way. Now I've got to go put $20,000 in from the check into a different bank is what I was trying to do. So I write a check and go, this is going to be easy. Walk up to the teller window. I just want to make this deposit. Here, it's made out to my mom. This is her account. Just put it in. And they go, I got to get the manager over here. It's a large amount. It's $20,000. Yeah, okay, is that a large amount for you? Apparently it was. So, okay, so anyways, they got to get the manager over. Well, now there's two of them trying to put the money in. Now, this isn't money. I'm not dealing in cash. Could you imagine if I had went to the first bank? I need $20,000 in cash. Or if I had went to the second bank, here's the $20,000, put it in. They would have probably had me arrested. They would have probably thought I was dealing drugs or something. Banks are just getting very strange to me. Now, that's just my experience. Maybe you have no problem with your bank, but I just think that it's getting out of hand. So that was my experience with the banks. But yeah, banks make me a little bit nervous. So maybe you got to protect yourself from the banks. Maybe you got to protect yourself from inflation. Maybe you should buy some gold. Maybe you should buy some silver and have it out of the system. I don't know. Maybe you should have some cash sitting around. That's just my, a suggestion. But the banks are getting a little bit strange out there. But now let's talk a little bit about this inflation. Now, this inflation, it keeps going up, right? Now, but he just got the numbers out on the Christmas spending. For Christmas spending was up 8% year over year, 8% year over year. Well, in my opinion, inflation's running about 14%. So really that would be about down, if you adjusted for inflation, it'd be down about 6%. But the government number's about 8% on inflation. They say Christmas spending's up 8%. That makes sense. So we did spend about the same as last year. But this whole thing is booming, they claim. If you just looked at the stock market, economy's doing great. Everything's doing wonderful. Everything, because it's at a record high. And that means things are good, right? Well, maybe not. I think 2022 is going to be a very telling year. 2022 is going to be different. Now, a lot of people think it's going to be more of the same. Now, I think it's going to be more of the same with the printing of money. Yes, maybe we'll get some stimulus checks when the market does finally start to drop. And believe me, the market will start to drop in 2022. I've been wrong before, but that's what I believe. And once the market starts to drop, I think they're going to continue the printing of money. Now they say they're going to raise interest rates, right? Now the Fed, they say they're going to raise interest rates 3 times next year. They're going to bump it a quarter point. Really? Okay, well, you got inflation running away like way more than a quarter point. But if you see, they probably didn't go to economic school. Economic school says if you want to actually fight inflation, you got to raise the interest rate above the rate of inflation. Now, we got inflation running, according to the government, at least around 8%, right? So can we raise interest rates to 9 or 10? I don't think we can. So what's inflation going to do? We're going to get another wave of inflation. You thought inflation was bad in 2021? I don't think you've seen anything yet. Let's wait till 2022. That inflation, it's just going to explode. It's going to explode in 2022. Are they going to do anything about it? I don't think they can. They would have to raise interest rates literally above the rate of inflation. And that's just not going to happen. Well, first of all, everything would just collapse, and maybe that's what will happen eventually. But, a lot of people think it's good that we are doing it this way. This way things don't collapse. Well, do you think that it's going to collapse down the road? Maybe even worse? A lot of people don't. A lot of people think this is the new, it's the new economics, Mike. This is what we do. We're just going to print our way to prosperity. No country could ever print their way to prosperity. It's just not possible. A lot of countries have tried. And what they got was they got runaway inflation. Their money became worthless. I mean, literally worthless. They could not print their way to prosperity. And I don't think the United States can either. I know we got that reserve currency, but we still cannot print our way to prosperity. It's not going to work. But they're going to try. I believe they're going to try in 2022. Big year. So we got a lot of stuff going on, a lot happening out there. I still think the stock market is going to come in. I got stopped out. Sometimes you get stopped out of a trade. You got to have risk management on. You do. If it's going against you too much, you just take it off and sit back. I will probably put this on again in another day or two, but right now I took them off, and probably means it's going to drop like a rock tomorrow. We'll see what happens. Anyways, I hope everybody had a great Christmas, and I hope you get out there and have a great Monday today, and we'll talk again real soon. Bye-bye now.